Hello, ladies and gentlemen, business owners, my fellow citizens. This is Daryl Guberman, CEO of Guberman PMC LLC, a quality consulting firm here in Connecticut. We've been open for 13 years, assisting companies in consultation, ISO certification and implementation and certification of all ISO derivatives and other quality aspects. We're also into consulting in manufacturing quality. This video today is about the new CEO, Stephanie Pope, Boeing. Unfortunately, nothing at Boeing will change, just bigger disasters. Well, here is Stephanie. Stephanie, thank you very much for coming here on short notice. And she was at Boeing. She had some great teachers. Great teachers. Like, here we go. Mr. James or Jim McCurney, a good teacher of hers. He's the one who oversaw the Boeing site, the oversight for the 737 MAX, and we know what happens with that. You also have Dennis Muhlenberg that she was under tutelage on, and also David Calhoun, who didn't know the word escape. And all of this information is going to be down below the video. I can't go through all of it, but here she is. Why wasn't she a whistleblower? She had 30 years of silence, and now they make her a CEO? Is that good business practice? Everybody was silent. You have David Calhoun, who gave a speech after the Alaska Air, and he didn't even know what the hell an escape meant, okay? And they promote somebody like this. I know what you're probably saying. Don't pick on her, she's a woman. I don't care. I don't care. If you are fit to do that job, then do it, because those three men that I just mentioned, they couldn't do shit. You think she did? Absolutely not. I'm going to say this. She didn't come forward to protect the consumer nor the shareholder, and she is a leader of the company by being the CEO. And let me just give you her background. She was dealing with 3 business units. Boeing Commercial Airplanes. She kept quiet about that. 737 MAX, 777, 787, all have quality issues. Some of them up to and including loss of pilot, loss of plane, and loss of people. Ethiopian Air, Indonesian Air, and others. And she kept quiet and silent. Another one is she's defense and space security. I'm not too secure with her being in power. And Boeing Global Services. She served as president and CEO of Boeing Global Services as well, with responsibilities for Boeing's aerospace services business supporting commercial, government, and aviation industry consumers worldwide. And it looks like to me that here we go again. Another failure with the management at Boeing, and I don't fool around with this. This is absolutely deplorable. I can do a better job. Absolutely. In fact, I sent in my CV to offer my services, whether it's in the realm of quality, but the leadership seems like it's the same. So if I were to go in there as a quality professional and try to clean up the mess, these people remain silent. They didn't blow the whistle. They don't care about the guy or gal who's flying in their planes. She maintained her silence when Indonesian Air crashed. And then you had Ethiopian Air crash. She maintained her silence. So we're going to give her a little bit of an education. While she was on board there, and she's been on board for 30 years. So 30 years is a long time ago. They came out with the Procurement Supplier Bulletin. Okay, and she kept quiet when this was, because you know why? Maybe it meant a better bonus for her. But let's continue, because this procurement bulletin is very special. Because as I've told you in many of these videos, that Boeing sits on ANSI ANAB's board. Okay, it sits on the board of directors and board that can grant, suspend, and withdraw certification. They put on their supplier bulletin in 2002, they put on that must be ANSI ANAB certification. They also said this, also on their supplier portal, it says ANSI, ANAB, or internationally equivalent. So you have 3 things. You have the supplier bulletin, you have them sitting on the board, and you also have them on the supplier portal. They said on the supplier bulletin, you send it an AS9100 certificate, robust quality, AS9100, ANSI ANAB accredited. Send it in to us. Send us your parts. We don't have to come visit you. Did you know that, my dear? Can I say my dear, or is that too? I'm sorry. All right, Miss Pope. That's better, Miss Pope. I apologize. But you know something? It's absolutely abominable. And here we go, Miss Pope. And you kept quiet when Boeing was made an FAA regulator in 2009. You kept quiet when the MCAS system was put on Boeing, because you didn't have to tell anybody, because Boeing was an FAA regulator. So those people who died needlessly in Indonesian Air and also Ethiopian Air, they're on your conscience. They're on your command. You kept quiet because you know why? You had three great teachers here. You had McNerney, you had Muhlenberg, and now you have Calhoun, and now you're taking the reins. And from what I've seen, you kept silent on all three of those programs and never brought anything forward. That is disrespectful to the shareholders of Boeing. That is disrespectful to the people and passengers who passed away in those two aircraft and others that will come up under your watch. I hate to say it, because if you maintain silence all those years, I don't know how you're going to answer. Maybe you'll answer like David Calhoun, who didn't know what an escape was, and he was there since 2009. It's absolutely deplorable, Miss Pope. That's what I'm going to say. And remember this from Daryl Guberman, and this is from David Foster Wallace. The truth will set you free, but not until it is finished with you, Miss Pope. And you know something? As we say in quality, the best is yet to come. 203-556-1493 or Daryl, Daryl, TQRS at yahoo.com. I've told Boeing many times in our videos, you need a person that's going to roll up their sleeves. I don't think with your silence, you give a damn. That's the problem.